It's your Sleepless God back with a new video of what if Midoriya got betrayed. Let's do a little recap. Midoriya got fucked up. Like emotionally, physically, mentally, yeah, but fucking fucked up. Emotionally, there's a video out there saying he stole some files and everyone believed it. Even though there's no proof of the evidence and most of them should know him by now that he wouldn't do that. Number two, he got fucked up. Broken arm by the Nomu and a couple broken ribs. Also, all of his friends basically left him. Not protecting him, not even trying, just fucking left him. Also, Shigaraki ripped off the skins off his back. Before we start the video, all I have to say is, some commenter, did I say commenter? Like a fucking, no, some person said, what about, I kind of asked me, commented down below the video, can you make another Deku, Venom, and Carnage? I said, and I'm going to say to all you guys now, if it is 70 views, it's at 65 views right now. If it's 70 views, 5 more fucking views. So ask your grandma, mom, anyone to watch that video. If it gets 70 views, I'll make another one. Just for you guys, I'll make another one. But now, let's get into the video. As we look into Midoriya's basically jail cell. He's not, basically right now, he's in investigation. He's not in prison, anything like that. He's just in investigation, because it's a little suspicious. Files just got stolen. Video of file being stolen from you. Files from Midoriya, and then USJ. Instantaneously, almost instantaneously after that. Lots of suspicious, and so it's just investigation, nothing else than just investigation, as Midoriya is looking almost dead. As we see, his hair is more droopy. It's the black of it is more, the green is kind of faded a little bit. You see it's more black than green. As we see his eyes are sort of that lightness to it, almost like a child. Getting like a child at Christmas, it's dimmed. As he remembers all of his friends. Everyone that he trusted. He sees like Uraka looking at him with disgust in her eyes. Seeing Danky, one of the most happiest people, look angry at him when he runs away from him. Seeing all those people that he trusted run away from him. Run away from the threat. As he's just sitting there. As he's getting angry, he's getting mad, but he doesn't show it. As Midoriya stands up, as he just screams as loud as he can. He just, not not a girlish scream, like, as he screams. As he just starts punching the wall. One after another, after another, after another. One by one, just his blood just goes through his knuckles every time he punches it. As he starts bleeding because of his knuckles. As you see, as he looks down to his knuckles, as he's down on his knees. As his knuckles are blood red right now. Blood red. As he's saying, he's just like, I'm going to become a king. No, I'm going to be more. I'm going to become a god. To show these people, to show these weaklings, to show these cowards that I'm more than just a person you can just leave behind and crush. But Fuck. I don't know what to do. But I will. When I get done with this shit, I'm gonna put my body through so much pain that even the gods of Egypt, even the fucking Lord and Savior Jesus Christ could fucking pen me on this. As he hears, what about the God of Death himself? As he looks over, as he sees a skeleton. But not just like, oh yeah, it's just a skeleton. No, the jail cell he's in, the room he in, ripped open. Like a separate dimension almost. As he's seeing an entire universe, different from our own. As he's looking at this man and he's saying, what are you? I've already answered that question, boy. But I will show you the power of a god. And I will give you some of it. You've already cancered pain and suffering more than most. Betrayal at the highest scale, and death will probably come to many of your family and friends. So please, go as much as you can. Because the last chance you will get to survive. As he looks at him and says, you will become a great god, almost powerful enough to blow up all of China by yourself. Use it wisely, or I'll take it back. As he taps him on his shoulder and he says, your power is all darkness. Be careful with it. It can be intoxicating. Use it well. Use it wisely. As we see midoriya just get shimmered in this like blackness as he just crawls. As he doesn't scream, he just looks at it. As it covers, as it goes into his soul, as he says, go past your limits, and I will give you more. As he snaps, as the entire room goes back to normal, almost like a swish in dimensions. As he's sitting there on the bed, breathing as heavily as possible. As he's opening his hand, as he sees almost like this sand-like feeling. You know how like sand is like forming, like sandcastles, all that stuff, but he's like forming into his hand, like Gara. Think of it like Gara, but instead of like just like the sand castles that he makes, just this dark thing coming up as he makes like a dagger. Small needles, stuff like that. As we change our viewpoint, as we go to the UA classroom. As it's been like 3 days, as we see Aizawa standing at the front of the desk, looking at every one of the UA room, as he's looking at all of them, with this distaste in his mouth, and he's just disgust in his face, and he says, you are all fucking stupid. As Aizawa puts a hand over his eye, almost. You lucky that I can't expel all of you, because I would for the cowardice act. I will only not expel 4, maybe 5 of you guys from this goddamn class. As Ida looks at him and says, you can't. As he looks at Ida and says, you're the worst of them all. You're lucky I don't break your legs right now and show the entire class what you do when you make me angry. Right now, your classmate, Azuku, is in investigation right now because of something he didn't do. Lucky enough, Our investigators here has made the video shown that it's definitely fake. Understandably, that it's actually photoshopped from me last week looking at all the files. As he goes to the video, as he clicks a couple buttons, as he, the image changes to him looking at the files. I had to do a couple file taking from Bakugo Katsuki and Mino Tensei. He looks at both of them and says, "Your quirks are very toxic and explosive. Just seeing if they were combined together, they would be toxic to each other. Hopefully they wouldn't, but just for case, I had to check them out. They wouldn't, as I checked, but wonderful enough. Testing was wonderful and shown that they won't be, so nothing could be flawed." As he sighed, he looks at all of them. "Thank you, Bakugo, for making the quick decision to protect the comrades, but I know you would rather fight that Nomu, but I'm happy for that. Shoto, thank you for your massive ice wall that protected the students. You could have maybe saved Midoriya, but I understand that protecting the all could be better than protecting the one. But some of you," and he looks at almost half the class, "I want to rip to shreds of what you said to this boy. I want you to realize if you say one more word, one more false statement," as he looks at Ida, straight up Ida, "I will rip your fucking heart out and say it was an accident myself. Do we have it clear?" As all the class shakes his head. Good. Now, we've got to have a proper lawyer for Asuku. As we kind of go to, fuck. Why am I terrible with names? I always forget them. I forgot my own mother's name. Okay, Uraka. Fuck yes, Uraka. I know she's the main. Uraka. We switch to Uraka as she's sitting there and she's just like, what did I do? I've ignored him. I told shitty things to him. I'd even tried to get his side of the story. Even try to believe him. I thought he just was a fallen man. I have to apologize. I have to acquit. I have to do something to make him not see me as a monster or something. As we go to Midoriya, as he's over here, kind of practicing this quirk, these new abilities that he got, and it's called Black. And he basically can form anything in blackness, and he has a lot of other cool abilities that I will mention later, and you'll see later. As he's looking over, and he's basically getting ready to go to court. Hopefully, this stuff doesn't go to court. As we see a little time skip happens of a 24 hours, as we see Aizawa walk up to Midoriya's thing. As Midoriya is still sleeping in the little cot, as he bangs on the door and he says, "Midoriya, young Midoriya," as he looks over as Midoriya's body is changed a little bit too. The hair is still dark, but instead of the darkness, it's slowly becoming more white, as white strands start coming out, as his skin starts changing to a darker skin tone. As I was surprised, but trying to keep an open mind, as he says, "You're gonna be a lucky man." as he unlocks the prison cell and he opens it and he says, "You're done. No more anything. Videos shown that it was proven wrong and changed. All of your charges has been dropped. Everything that's been wrong has been shown right." As Midoriya looks at him and says, "Not everything. There's a couple things that haven't been shown right or wrong." I understand, but let's take a couple days off before we going back to UA. As he says, he just like, take that break off. I will focus on trying to get back. You will come back for the UA festival. You'll be better. You'll be best, and we will focus on your mental health. I am a legal therapist. I could help you through this. Don't worry about it. I got it. Okay? Can you handle it?" And he says, "I think I can handle not killing some couple people, but just keep me in check, okay?" And Cyrus says, yes, I will keep you as much in check." As he's holding his shoulder, he says, "As much as possible. See it as you can. Seek the goal that you must. Okay?" Okay. As he walks away, as he he goes back to his home, as he opens the door, slowly. As he opens it, he says, as he looks up, as he sees a Nomu with a sword straight through Izuku's mother's stomach. And she's not dead, but she's very close. As this is where we're ending the video off, just remember, subscribe, like. Also, as I said at the beginning, if you want me to do Venom, what if Deku was Venom and Carnage, watch it, and I will make that. If it gets to 70 views, okay, I'll make this. If it gets to 70 views or 10 likes, I'll go. Okay? See you guys next time.